What is going on, guys? Welcome. Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this. Excuse me. What's going on, Lazy Gina? How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Give everybody a few seconds to jump in. I know we're streaming pretty early today, so we're up early, guys. Let's get this. Big day today. Why are the markets pumping? What's going on? We're going to cover it. All right, let's just get right into this. All right, so what is going on with the markets today, guys? Welcome. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Looks like Bitcoin is on a nice little run. Did run up to about 69,400. Did break this pivotal 69 area, but you can see as of now it has been rejected. For now, you guys can see. And, you know, before we even get into this, we covered this past week. Today is most likely going to be one of those days where you're going to see a lot of movement towards the upside and towards the downside, given that today I think is the final day for the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. And we have some of the big headliners that are going to be talking today, like Trump, Vivek. Also, we had RFK speaking yesterday, and we're actually going to cover that as well. So with that being said, we're seeing a lot of movement with Bitcoin. I told you guys this prior years of the Bitcoin conference. We usually will see a red day, but today, obviously this year, we're seeing a lot of good movement, and I think it's because there's just been a lot more eyes on Bitcoin in the past, couple years, right? Just since from last year to this year, and on top of that, we've never had, potential presidential candidates that are speaking at the Bitcoin conference. This is whether you like the guy or not, he has a chance of getting into that White House, and it's a big deal. It really is a big deal. And for both parties, because we also talked about the Democrats were trying to get into the conference as well, speaking. So it's like if we get both of them there, we know one of them's going to win, right? But are they really going to be looking out for Bitcoin, right? Or are they just trying to, scrounge up as many votes as you can? You got to remember this political game is a dirty game, and they're going to do whatever. They're going to say whatever. They're going to make it look... Well, they're going to just try to pull out any stops, and we're seeing that right now. If you remember just last week how the political landscape was just a week ago, 2 weeks ago, attempted assassination, we had the, the debate, and then now it's like everything's back to being a party on the left side. We're living in some wacky times right now, and it's really... Not even going to get political about it, but it's just, it's a typical political season, but just a little bit more gasoline thrown on top of it, right? And then now you have Bitcoin thrown in the middle of it all. So, all right, so let's get right into it. Welcome, guys. Right now, Bitcoin is, like I said, we're going to see Bitcoin just volatile. Bitcoin, and I don't mean just volatile as dropping down. I'm saying we're going to see Bitcoin up and down today. We do have, like I was saying, the conference going on. Trump is going to be speaking at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for today in Nashville. I am contemplating if we're going to live stream just his speech, and we can kind of commentate and see, what your guys' views are, as what he's saying and all that good stuff. I'm still on the fence about that, so we'll see how it plays out. Solana right now sitting at around $183. Solana has been looking damn good, guys. This morning, I think it was, we jumped up, it was this morning, 188, literally coming up close to that $200 Solana. Things are looking great, and that goes back over towards our project, NFK. You can see she's woken up, and you can see that she is starting to break out. We still have this spot that I have marked as the breakout zone for NFK, right here at around the 57.9 or 58, whatever you want to call it. But definitely, you guys can see. We'll zoom in. Look at this beautiful rebound from this bottom that we pretty much have guaranteed that's the bottom for now. Hopefully, we get to this level right here, boys and girls, this 57.9, 58, whatever you want to call it. And I'm telling you guys, this is normally where we hit and we end up breaking out. You guys know how it goes. It goes fast. So we'll see how this plays out. But for right now, A lot of people have been asking me, like, is this a good time to buy? I've been, bro, like, the last, like, week has been an ideal time. Every day you wake up, we're up 5-10% every single day, right? So, I mean, any day that you're waiting, you know, and waiting possibly for a dip, you're possibly losing or buying in at 5 or 10% more expensive, right? And that's pretty much what it's been like for the traditional market as well in the last week. You know, if you've been waiting to kind of jump in, you've missed out on all this movement towards the upside for a lot of these projects, right? So the market, though, right now, you can feel it in the air. It's looking good. And you can see that obviously with the crypto bubbles, everything is looking great. We have a couple projects that are down, but for the most part, we have like Jasmy up 10%. Looking absolutely crazy. Bitcoin Cash is even up today, obviously with the Bitcoin conference. Dogecoin about 4%. Jupiter's up 5%. We could go down the list. Ordinals is up about 2.5%. Pretty much everything in the top 100 right now is at least up somewhat. Maybe not crazy running. A lot of projects saw a lot of movement yesterday, right? So that some of them are adding on top of that, you know, 1% or 2%. Or whatever the case is. So, but things are looking great, guys. Things are absolutely looking great. One thing I wanted to just point out, something that we've been following, is the Fear and Greed Index. Remember, every time we come on stream, it keeps trickling up. Not going crazy like, you know, running up 10 or 20 points, but every time we come on, it's literally up a few points. And you can see that we've officially jumped into the greed, and we're now at around 63 points into the greed. So things are looking good. This right here basically just spells out how the market's feeling, and you can see that there's confidence back into the market. People are feeling good about the market. And, you know, like I keep saying, when you're in this zone right here of this greed, usually you're going to see upward movement, right? Now, we're not officially, you know, halfway or even deep into this green, but we have just got into it, usually indicating that there's a nice run that we've been in or that we're going to be getting into, right? So, what's going on, Ode? Gina said Solana win is up. Nice, we'll pull that up. Tim said Koala Harris declined to speak. Koala Harris declined to speak at the Bitcoin conference. Did she really? You know what's crazy is you know, I'm not political. I keep telling you guys who I am. I'm not really political. I really am not political, but it's like you're almost forced to during election season to kind of just like, you know, pick a side, unfortunately, right? And, you know, like I told you guys, you know, I'm not going to sit here and bash the lady or nothing like that, but she is currently part of the administration right now that absolutely has attacked crypto in the last 3 years, right? They have thrown everything at crypto as far as sending out their little chihuahuas, aka Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, and there's a few other to the list, but they absolutely hate crypto, and by any cost they can't stop crypto, but what they're doing is they're trying to slow it down, right? They're trying to slow it down because their donors are telling them, listen, we can't trade crypto right now because we're basically, you guys aren't letting us. So we don't want crypto to keep exploding, or we don't want people to start adapting into crypto as far as like mainstream. So you need to shut it down. You need to slow it down, do whatever you can, go after the projects as far as the SEC, go after, you know, these individual projects, just sue them, even though if you're not going to win, just do whatever you have to do to make it look bad, right? We don't want Wall Street going all in on crypto right now. And that's what they're doing. That's what they've done, but they've been shut down for the most part, right? It's because at the end of the day, we still have, you know, our courts and all that good stuff. So you can have whatever parties in office right now, they can only do so much, right, as far as trying to attack crypto. But when it gets into the courts and you get into the actual facts, just like XRP was able to defend themselves, right? But do you think if they would have came after, like, let's just say they came after Milady, right? And they were like, Milady is a security, you know, they're coming out. Milady would have folded. Why? Because Milady only has a certain amount of money, right? They only have a certain amount of money, and the project's going to tank. They came after XRP. XRP has billions and billions of dollars, so they were able to fight it out for the last 4 years or whatever, however long it took, 2 or 3 years, you know? Millions and millions of dollars, lots of time, but they were able to prevail, you know, and basically beat the SEC, even though the SEC is still trying to appeal. They're still trying to, do whatever they can to come after anything right now. They still have open cases with Coinbase. They kicked KuCoin the hell out of America. I mean, you can go down the list of just what they've done in the last few years. They've literally, they arrested CZ. I mean, you could just, like I said, so these are the people that are in office right now, right? And just because they're putting a new face on whoever's going to be running the country as far as on their side, you don't fall for it, because these people at the end of the day are not looking out for us in the crypto market. So that's my opinion. Not going to go down the rabbit hole as far as like political and stuff like that, because I don't want to disrespect anybody. If you guys are leaning towards the left or towards the right, whatever the case is, I respect all you guys' political views. I'm just trying to state the facts on how, certain parties are, how certain parties are acting towards us in the crypto market, right? The IRS, another thing too, is this administration, you guys remember they hired 80,000 people with the IRS. You know what they did? Those people, those are low-end job IRS people that are sitting there just scouring through crypto exchanges, trying to find anything that we've done, right? It's to come after for taxes, right? That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're literally, that's what they're doing. So if you think about everything I just said, why would you even fall for somebody, just because they want to go talk at the crypto conference? They don't mean well for us whatsoever. And then also on top of that, we got word that the vice president was hitting up Mark Cuban, and she was asking him like talking points on Bitcoin. Like, she doesn't even know what the hell Bitcoin is, right? And that's perfectly fine. But why would you go to a Bitcoin conference? Like, what would you're gonna read from a teleprompter? Come on, dude. It's insane. It's insane what we're dealing with over here in the States. It really is. Larry said NAFK to the moon. Rockets, rockets, rockets. Is that a new project, Larry? Old said my cast almost hit an all-time high. We're going to pull that up. If you guys have any projects that are pumping right now, let me know. We're going to be pulling that up here before we even get into the news. We'll jump into the charts. Dementia Joe. That's his name. Yes, that trash pile of political refuse. It is what it is. Old said, I saw some speaker at the conference put down Trump and he was seriously booed. Good for them. Good for them. You have to remember, I got on to, one of the sites that we use for the news. It was CoinDesk. Yesterday, when I was looking at stuff that we were going to be looking at, it was like stuff attacking Trump. And I'm like, why are they picking a side here? Like, just keep it crypto. Everything was, and then you saw like 3 articles of them attacking Trump, and you saw 1 article praising Kamala about Bitcoin. And I'm like, dude, what is going on here? Like, I'm like I said, I don't really give a crap who you're voting for, but if it's crypto, let's keep it crypto and let's keep it facts. Don't sit here and have a political agenda behind it all. Brian's in the house. Troy, Jay, what's going on? Let's see here. Looks like we have gotten very political today, but you know what? It is what it is, right? So no Trump don't think it's necessary for the government to track our spending with digital dollar. Yeah, he's against that, the digital dollar for sure. Let's see here. So, all right. So I got through the comments. Let's look at some things. I guess right now, let's jump into some articles, and then you guys can let me know what projects you guys want to look at. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated. I just got home from the gym. Bro, I didn't stream yesterday because my back, I pulled something in my back so bad that I could barely even sit in this freaking chair. I'm in my new studio that I'm about to set up. I'm going to have a stand-up desk like I used to have. But look at this, guys. Look what we got in. We got the No FUD Koala sweatshirts in. You guys see this? Now, I was going to wear it for today, but it's freaking like 100 degrees. It's like 100 degrees, and yeah, there's no way in hell I could do that. Shh. Someone's knocking at my door, bro. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They're going to have to wait. All right, let's get into this. Shh. Lexi, stop. Told you guys I have a pit bull. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's jump into this. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doubles down on dedication to Bitcoin. I am fully committed, I quote. Hold on here. If you guys hear any animal abuse, just keep it to yourselves. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's see here. So Robert F. K doubles down on dedication to Bitcoin. I am fully committed, he said yesterday. So the independent U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. expressed strong support for cryptocurrencies on Thursday as Bitcoin Conference 2024 in Nashville, preceding Republican nominee Donald Trump's appearance at the same event on Saturday. So again, I did tell you guys that Trump will be speaking today at around 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am my schedule all day today is crazy as far as what I'm going to be doing, but I do want to live stream Trump when he's speaking. I don't think he's going to be out there for too long, so we'll see how that goes. Gina said, I hear your baby barking. Yeah. I'm getting the bathroom remodeled, and the guy that's doing it's coming in today. He's like finishing up, so I think my daughter or my brother's here, so we just let her in. So Gina said, I love dogs. I do too. You know that, Gina. Whenever we pull up that Billy, you guys already, I'm always like, oh, I honestly love all animals. I do. I love all animals. So Tim said, I believe he's speaking for 30 minutes. Nice. So yeah, we could probably cover that. So we'll see how it is. So let's just read.
Oh yeah. These fighters will lay everything on the line to get the win
here tonight. This is RFK Jr. yesterday.
You're here in Nashville. You're speaking at Bitcoin 2024. How has your experience been so far?
I'm a huge supporter of Bitcoin. I was here a year ago at the other Bitcoin conference. I went home with most of my wealth into Bitcoin, so I'm fully committed.
So you guys can hear it. He's saying that he has a lot of his money in Bitcoin currently, and he's saying he's fully committed into Bitcoin. You know, a lot of people are like, well, who cares what he thinks, right? Because he doesn't have really a chance to win, and that is true, right? Unfortunately, that is true. They didn't give him the opportunity to speak at the debate. I really think that they should have, right? It should have been Trump, Biden, and RFK. But on both sides, you can't even say that it was just the Democrats. Even Republicans really didn't want him speaking because they know that, you know, there's still a big chunk out there of people that are kind of on the fence that if they're going to vote for RFK, they're taking their vote from Trump. They're taking their vote from, at the time was Biden. Now it's going to be, it's Harris. But that's the things that that's why they didn't want him there. They didn't want him there. They wanted it to be just strictly between Trump and Biden, which I think honestly was wrong, but it is what it is. So his sentiments echo those from the census 2024 in May, where he revealed that he gifted his 7 children 3 Bitcoin each after winning the landmark 2018 Masano Roundup legal case. I used my fees from that case to buy Bitcoin for my kids. That's nice. I didn't even hear about that. Emphasizing his deep commitment. Kennedy's latest comments come from a critical point of 2024 election cycle, heightening the increasing importance of courting crypto voters. A recent study by the digital currency group, the DCG, found that 20% of voters in the U.S. swing states consider crypto a key issue in this year's election, potentially influencing their voting decision. And I've been calling this for the last 8 months. Despite Kennedy's strong pro-crypto stance, his campaign has struggled to gain traction as an independent challenger with reports of multiple canceled events. I think by now, unfortunately, like I said, I think he's understanding that that it's just, it's getting too close to the election, and they're not going to allow him to get really into the limelight. You have the country is pivoted between two parties, right? Two parties. I don't remember the last time an independent has won, if they've even won ever. I'm sure they probably have, but that's why I think that whoever does win, they would probably benefit from having him on their in their office, it's having some kind of a role, maybe financially, possibly. whether it be left or right. Because remember, RFK just a few months ago was a Democrat, right? He only moved to independent because they weren't giving him a chance to even, they were not even going to let him, try to run to be the Democrat nominee. So someone was asking, what time does a legend? We got a diehard Trump supporter. Let's see here. Joe said, what time does the legend Donald Trump speak today? He's going to be speaking at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you're Central, that's going to be 2. If you're over there in California, West Coast, or anything like that, that's going to be at 12 p.m. for you guys. So let's see here. So Trump's campaign persists as 2024 political race heats up. Trump has adopted a pro-crypto stance in the lead up to the November 2024 U.S. presidential election, despite previous stating he was not a fan of cryptocurrencies. Remember, that was back a few years ago. Widely considered one of the top cryptocurrencies gatherings in the country, the parents of now convicted former U.S. president of Bitcoin 2024 could substantially impact his campaign. Harris reportedly considered speaking at the Nashville conference, but ultimately declined. However, reports this week suggest that she may be open to working with crypto firms in the blockchain sector. You know what I think? You know why I think she declined? Just like someone said in the chat, that someone was in there, basically bashing Trump. Remember, I'm not getting political, but they were bashing Trump and they got booed by the crowd, probably loudly. She probably was like, I'm not going to this damn thing. It's basically a Republican, convention. So, and then we have this schmuck, Mark Cuban, told Politico that Kamala Harris may be open to crypto as the run-up to the U.S. presidential election intensifies. This guy is literally working for the White House. You got to watch. This guy, I don't know. I don't really care for him too much in the last few months. The feedback I'm getting through not confirmed by the VP is that she will be far more open to business, AI, crypto, and the government as a service. Changing the policies changes the message and lets everyone know that she is in charge and open for business. As the election season advances, the candidates' positions on cryptocurrencies will undoubtedly influence voter sentiment and campaign dynamics. So, it is what it is, guys. And I know some people are probably watching right now like, God, why are we talking about politics? Listen, we could go the next few weeks or the next month or two and not get into political stuff, because we all hear it enough everywhere else we go, right? This is a strictly a crypto channel. We talk about money, crypto, but unfortunately, crypto is such a big deal this year as far as in the political landscape that I was telling you guys that unfortunately there's going to be times, and as we get closer and closer towards the election, there's probably going to be more stuff that we're going to need to cover that's going to involve crypto, right? We have to understand that just the fact that, and like I said, whether you like him or you hate him, right? The fact that there's a potential president that's going to be at the Bitcoin conference today is insane, right? Is insane. Why do you think Bitcoin is pumping, right? Or Bitcoin has had such a nice run from yesterday to today? Because of Trump, because of RFK. He also was saying that if he gets voted, that he was going to end up buying, I believe, like $500 billion worth of Bitcoin and keep it into the Federal Reserves, right? The Federal Reserves. And also he was dedicated to buying, I think it was like 50 Bitcoin or 500, it was something like that, like daily while he was in office, right? Obviously he's not going to win, but just words like that. Doesn't matter if you're a left-leaning or you're a right-leaning or you're in the middle. It doesn't matter if you're pro-crypto and you hear this stuff. This is what is amplifying and getting people more interested, and also people that are already in crypto, giving them that confidence that, that we need, that we know that crypto is the future, right? Crypto is the future, and what you're investing in right now could easily pay off in the long run, right? You have to remember, I told you guys this the other day on the other stream. It's so gimmicky to say, because we've heard it throughout the years, especially if you've been in crypto 2020 before, we were always told that we're so early in this space, right? You're so early. But when you see shit like this, it honestly does confirm that even right now in 2024, we're still in those early stages of crypto. We're still in those early stages of crypto where, the government hasn't fully adapted or adopted crypto, but you can see that's where we're headed. And whatever happens in the States usually follows in other countries. Now, there's other countries that are far ahead of us in the crypto space, right? Like El Salvador, they're fully backed by Bitcoin. You have a couple other countries that maybe not fully backed, but they hold massive reserves, as far as Bitcoin that they haven't seized, that they're buying or that they're mining. It's coming, guys. It's coming down the road. And like I said, I don't think crypto or Bitcoin particularly is going to just take out the whole financial sector in the world, right? But it's giving people an option that they don't have to be in the US dollar. They don't have to be in the euro, the pound, or anything like that. The yen. They can put their money and watch it grow through Bitcoin or through crypto, just like people use gold, right? So I'm just reading the comments real quick. So Old said, yeah, I had no idea Cuban was so polarized. Don't know much about him. He's a billionaire. He's a smart guy, but he's, unfortunately, what I like about people that are like big influential people are people that are just real logical, right? They're not leaning towards any side. They're kind of right there in the middle, and they're just like, like both sides are crazy, and they're like, but look, this side's doing this and this side. He's leaning all to the left, right? All to the left. 2 weeks ago, he was all Biden, and then everybody got to see what was going on with Biden, and now he's like, Kamala, and that's what I don't like. I don't like that. I feel like they're trying to bamboozle a lot of us, That's what I don't like. If they did the same thing on the right, I'm telling you, I and a lot of us would be sitting there like, what in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is insane, That's what I don't like. I don't like when these influencers are just all pro one side and they're not logical, like right there in the middle, and just stating facts. Like, he knows damn well that the Biden administration has not been kind to crypto, but he's like, oh, but this, but the new candidate's gonna, she could be kind to crypto, and it's like, dude, I don't know, it doesn't rub off on me, Donald said, unfortunately, politics is going to intertwine with crypto. You're exactly right. Brian said, can you check out High with Luffy on Sol? It has $64,000 market cap. Yep, I'll bring that up. Lazy said, no FUD for president. Hey, don't say that, because then they're going to start trying to kill me. I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to be like, ow, ow, ow. The only difference is I don't have nobody that's going to jump in front of me and try to save me. Yeah. Donald said, political leaders that support crypto will also get a share of the young professionals. Exactly, guys. And then Old and Gina are saying, no FUD for president. Great. I'm going to get assassinated in the next few days. So it's been nice knowing you guys, all right? It's been nice knowing you guys. If I don't come on stream for at least 2 to 3 days, just look for my obituary in the Florida paper or something like that. So I'll be gone. Joe, you're trying to stir up a riot in the chat, bro. I keep having to adjust my microphone. Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of in my face, but it's all right. We're going to get to the charts. Let me just finish this one article, guys, and then we're jumping right into the charts, I promise. So let me know what you guys want to look at. So Trump speaks Saturday at Bitcoin conference. Here's what the attendees, like the crypto patriot, hope he says. So I want to hear Trump give a bold statement on the future of crypto and spark up what we all want. Former President Donald Trump speaks Saturday. We already know that. Let's see here. So Nashville, it's finally here. President Donald Trump's Bitcoin conference speech eve. That means Friday is the last weekend you'll exist in a world where U.S. presidential candidates hasn't given a keynote speech at the Bitcoin conference. And this is what I was telling you guys. Just put all aside, who you're running for, or if you hate the guy or not. The fact that there's just a presidential nominee that's going to be at the Bitcoin conference, that's all you need to take in, right? This is a big thing, guys. It's a big thing. And I would be saying the same thing if Biden was still in the race and he was doing this. I would say, damn, he's going. I would be like, that's crazy. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's a plus right there. As his appearance looms, people wonder, what will he talk about? There is speculation he'll announce plans or at least hopes for the U.S. government to hoard a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Remember, we've been talking about that, right? There's been word on the street that he was saying that he wouldn't mind backing the dollar to a certain degree, and I said, if it's just 5%, 10% of, being backed by Bitcoin, will freaking make Bitcoin run to 100 grand, right? Trump has spoken previously about wanting Bitcoin to be made in America, so perhaps that'll come up again. Maybe he'll diss his likely opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, for declining an invitation to the very conference he's speaking at. He's going to be throwing them shots. You know it, bro. We're going to have to get our popcorn ready. So CoinDesk journalists are in Nashville for the event. Here's what attendees on the show floor and speakers on stage had to say. A bold statement. Fred Thiel, CEO of Bitcoin miner Marathon Digital, echoed talking points many hope for the former president embraces. If the U.S. were to have a strategic reserve for Bitcoin, they could project power, he said on stage. The U.S. needs to be the largest holder of Bitcoin and the largest miner of Bitcoin. Others buzzing around the conference floor are excited about what Donald Trump will say tomorrow, or want him to say to amp them up. I want to hear Trump give a bold statement on the future of crypto and sparking up what we all want. Someone who gave his name as Caesar and said he funded the MAGA VP meme coin. He funded the MAGA VP meme coin, told CoinDesk during an interview. And that's a moment, and that's a run. And that's what we're here for, and that's what we're here to promote. We are all chasing the dream of that freedom. Whether movement and run is in reference to a Bitcoin price spike or more empowerment or wider liberty or further freedom is up to interpretation. Though the answer could easily be all of the above. Help the dollar with Bitcoin. So let's see here. And then there was the Crypto Patriot. I don't even know if I can pronounce that name right there. So something for a member of the MAGA meme pack. That's a group of crypto advocates who are visiting swing states to register voters in an attempt to unify the crypto vote. Despite the name, MAGA meme pack is not an officially registered political action committee. I hope Trump just keeps his same tune. The Crypto Patriot said, adding that he's a fan of the U.S. having a Bitcoin reserve. Hopefully they're going to back our reserve with Bitcoin, and that's what I'm hoping. Let's see here. That's what I'm hoping. To give the dollar some stability, he added. The dollar is currently under attack, and the rest of the world is catching on to what we're doing. If we can back it with Bitcoin and bring back the standard where the dollar can't be inflated, I think that would be a great strategic move, and not only grow the entire crypto sphere, but also help America prosper. And that's what I'm saying, guys. If let's just say whoever gets in office, they end up backing the dollar 5% of Bitcoin, right? I don't know exactly what that would be as far as how much. Let's just throw up $500 billion worth of Bitcoin, right? Other countries, especially Europe, is going to follow suit, right? Germany is going to kick themselves like we already said they were going to. Germany right now, I guarantee if they're looking at it right now from what they sold back in the 50,000s, they've probably already lost out on hundreds of millions of dollars. Because remember, they just sold $2.4 billion worth of Bitcoin, right? Now they're looking at it as they've already taken an L as far as hundreds of millions of dollars that they've lost, which is good. I hope whoever is in the German government that took over, that was running that and was sending Bitcoin to freaking Kraken and stuff like that, I hope they understand what kind of a loss they took, right? And maybe down the road they'll understand when they're buying back, and I said this, buying back at Bitcoin when it's at $80, $90, $100,000. So crypto advocate and former political candidate Michael Bond remarked on the evolution of Trump's crypto stance from hater to fan. Look at how he's come full circle. We know what's on the platform already, but I think the message should be we're going to do everything we can to keep this industry on shore and to keep the United States the leader in the space. So that's where we're going to leave it right there. So I mean, a lot of people that are big in crypto are really just, I think, like I said, a lot of us are kind of in the same stance where we're trying not to get political. We're trying not to be out there like just these diehard like right or lefts or anything like that. We just want the best for Bitcoin, the best for the crypto market, right? Whoever lands in the office, that's pretty much what it is, and I think that's what today is going to be all about, right? So, like I said, I will let you guys know as far as if we're going to stream that live. The reason why I'm like we're going to do it or we're not, or we might not, is because I have to look in to see if YouTube's going to copyright me, if they're going to take me down for you know, watch, because we're going to have to actually technically watch someone else's channel, and we'll be able to, you know, talk about what the hell is going on. I don't want, you know, to get copyright or anything like that. So I'll have to look into it and see what's going on. Right now, Bitcoin sitting around 68,780. What is the projects that we want to look at? Donald says, I says, there goes your ear. Ay. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm like, yeah, I'm running for office. Freaking ear blows off live. Actually, guys, it's scrap metal. That's what hit my ear. It wasn't actually a bullet. Yeah. Let's jump into some projects, guys. Let's look at it. So let's just jump into well, you know what I do want to look at? A project that was pumping. I don't know if they still are. Jasmy. Look at Jasmy, guys. Jasmy broke above 3 cents again. Let's fix this fib retracement real quick. Let's zoom in. Jasmy, look at this beautiful bounce off this spot that we had as some support, and the 2.5 cent mark right there. Obviously, that was when we dropped the other day, but bounced. Actually, this was the other day. This was like 2 days ago, it looks like, right on the 25th. We bounced right here at the 2.5 cents, and you can see that we did come up to around the 3.3 cents. Jasmy's looking absolutely fantastic, guys. Looking great. Good to see Jasmy is back above that 3 cent mark. That's why I always tell you guys, I was, you know, like 2 weeks ago when we were dipping, I was like, bro, make sure you guys are eating up these dips. I'm telling you, this is going to be short term. Short term, guys. I think on the watch list, Jasmy's the only one that's really like up 10%. You can see some of the market. Let's look at right now. Let's look at the hour. You can see a lot of the projects. Remember, I told you guys this. Today is going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to be a roller coaster ride all freaking day today, right? So just bear with the market. I mean, we've moved a lot since yesterday, but you are going to see up and down swings all day. And this was actually said on one of the articles that we read a week ago, that they were predicting that today particularly was going to be a very volatile day. So just bear with it. You know, what I think what's going to cause more volatility is if the wordage, right? What's being said when Trump speaks? Is he going to be talking, you know, is he going to say the things that, like, what the key points that a lot of people are saying? Or is he going to steer away from that and just really do a broad kind of a talk on, you know, just being pro crypto and stuff like that? I think if he does a little bit more pinpointing as far as like the reserves, you know, the miners staying in America, stuff like that, you're going to probably see Bitcoin, you know, reacting positively. If he does like more of a broader stance of just like, oh, you know, yeah, crypto's good, and and whatever the case is, and not really pinpointing, you know, direct things that we're really looking for, that's where I think you're going to maybe see somewhat of a move towards the downside briefly for the market. So Gina said when. So he speaks today at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. That you said when, right? When is he speaking? He speaks today at around 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Gina. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. She was talking about the project win, guys. Oh yeah, that's right. I was told not to have any more jokes because supposedly my jokes are corny. is what someone said, and I quoted. So Larry said the IRS is at the door to collect. Shit, not my door, I hope, right? Those bastards have already collected enough from me. Yeah, and they're just sitting there with their hands out. Just, we need more, Crip. So when's not looking terrible. It looks like it's still holding this bounce like we covered, right? So this 86 mark right here has definitely been a good spot for some support. It did break above the 786. So I think right now what you're looking for, Gina, is if we do have a little bit of a retracement, we definitely want to see that support at the 786 at around this 15.2 level. If we can find that support at the 786, that'll be very bullish, and you'll probably continue to see more of an upward move on win. So definitely not looking bad. You know, still holding some decent gains from this recent bottoms that it's made. So what exactly is it holding right now? Yeah, I mean, from the bottom to where it's at right now, not even the mark in the top, it's up basically 87.8% right now. So that's damn good if you're able to catch that bottom. So looking decent for sure. Let's pull up a couple DeFi projects as well. I know somebody was asking me something as far as DeFi earlier in the chat. Let me know. So looking at Cronos right now, nothing really too much. We have pushed the button up 8%. Call is down another 2%. Looked like it had a little bounce from this 48 level, right? But you can see the trend for call for right now. It has formed this trend line to where it is literally coming down, making lower highs as it moves down. Like I said, until this thing really does a dramatic drop, it's just going to be basically, people are going to be bored, stick a fork in their eye, and they're going to be slowly but surely selling off. These little drops right here, these little 5% drops, they're just basic. They're not really doing much, right? You're going to see maybe a small little retrace, but that's that. You're going to see people jump in real shortly, pick up that 10, 15% gain, sell right off, right? And then it's going to continue to just move towards the downside, making lower highs, right? I keep saying this project, not that like anybody can, control it, but I mean, if this thing is somehow can make some kind of a big dramatic drop, I think short term that will, and long term that'll help the project, because then you'll see a lot of people jumping in, a lot of volume will become flooding in, and then that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of people talking about call again, in my opinion. Oh shit, guys. All right, be ready, guys. She's here. Crypto Queen is here, and she wants all the smoke, so get ready. Let's hear. Crypto Queen of Jasmy has arrived. What's up, friends? With the laughy face, because she knows she's just here for the drama. Get ready, guys. I'm just messing with you. What's going on, Crypto Queen? Dry Heave said Pokey. Is that Punky? Punky? Definitely, I think we've looked at this project plenty of times. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Punky. Damn. This project has a $310 million market cap. That's crazy. That is crazy. This is a decent sized project. So, I mean, $310 million market cap. Liquidity is fully locked. $7 million in liquidity. The project's been out for 7 months. Numbers check out, right? Numbers check out. So, Dry Heave, I know you're probably new to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe. So what I usually say, especially on a project that comes off of a high or either an all-time high or a local high, right? When you're looking at the fib retracement, what I always say is as long as this thing can stay above this 236, right? Find that support at the 236, which it looks like it is kind of retested in the last few minutes or last hour. I definitely think that this project can continue to make highs, right? Let me zoom out a little bit and see. We were zoomed in. Let me see here. Yeah, so if you look at, I'm waiting for this to load up. There it goes. So if you look at how, so we made this all-time high. We came back. We did break below slightly, but you can see it was very short-lived. We've come up, and we're literally kind of coming back to retest this 236 level, which is going to be around that 54, 55 cent. It's a little bit under 55 cents, somewhere around there. That's got to hold. If that can hold, I think that you'll continue to see at least Punky coming up and retesting these highs, right? And possibly breaking above. I always say if you keep retesting a certain level, whether it's up or down, you're going to break it, right? So what you want to see is us find that support at the 236 and start running its way towards this all-time high. It doesn't even necessarily need to bounce off the 236. It looks like it's pretty much has found some support. I would like to see a little bit more support in that area just to give confirmation that it's staying bullish and we're going to continue to move. Now, if it does break below and it bounces at the 382 right here, which is at the 44 and a half cent, still not a bad move, right? Still not a bad move. That's the line in the sand, though, for this to stay bullish. This definitely needs to hold if it does break below the 236, coming somewhere around this 382 level and bouncing, and that's again at the 44 and a half cent. So right now, looks great. Looks absolutely great. Let's move this trend line real quick. And let's zoom out here. Even though it did break below the trend, you can see, if you really look, it broke below the trend but bounced off the 618, came hovering around the trend, came around and kind of found that support at the 0.5, the 382, and now the 236, and obviously making all-time highs. So the project looks great, bro. As long as it can stay especially above this 236, I do think that this will continue to make new highs. So, solid project, honestly. I didn't know this project was that big. I did not know that. Old Dry said, thank you, no worries. Troy said NFK to the NFK boom. Old said, yeah, I've been looking at Punky a little while ago, but don't have a position yet. So if you're looking to buy in on the project, I'm not going to say that right now is a terrible time, but like we just covered a couple levels, I would wait to see what we do if we're going to come back and retest this 54.8 area right here, the 236. If it does test this and just for whatever reason breaks, anywhere at the 382 or below, so anything at this 44 or below probably would be a good decent spot to dollar cost average in. But you have to take in consideration that this project has been moving for some time here. So I mean, even at the 382, you're buying closer towards the top, which could be risky. So Crypto Queen said, I needed to walk away from crypto from boredom. Sometimes it's best things to do. I hear you. I can't do it, but I respect you for doing it. We got to make money every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You guys know I do day trading. I do, you know what I'm saying? We run a freaking project ourselves. No FUD Koala. I obviously host a YouTube channel with crypto. There's no getting away from crypto whatsoever. But I do agree with you. Like yesterday, I usually stream. I didn't stream Thursday or Friday, and I usually stream at least Thursday. I try to stream every single day. But I didn't stream for 2 days, and I was itching. I was literally itching, but kind of did the same thing. I was like, you know what? I need to take a little bit of a break. I was busy as well. So I was like, I'll take a break, still looking at the charts all day, but, didn't do the whole, full crypto day that I usually do. So definitely respect that. Let's see here. Old said, Crip, look at the charts for CAS. Be sure to zoom out. It's sexy. All right, let's pull it up. So he's talking about CASPA. And you guys know I'm pretty bullish on CASPA for sure. I told you that CASPA, long term is a solid project. I really do like CASPA. And I mean, bro, I mean, look at this chart, dude. Does this thing even know how to freaking retrace at all? This thing is just continuously moving and moving up. I mean, obviously you have spots where it comes back to, and it does have retraces, but it's like a nice little bounce and then boom, new high. Retraces, boom, new high. Right? So CASPA is just looking, I mean, look, it's still, we haven't pulled this chart up in probably a few weeks, and you guys can see that this thing is still holding that support level, that the trend line, as some support, and it just continues to move up. So same thing with CASPA, dude. This thing could easily come back down to the 15 cent mark and still be so bullish, bouncing off the 236, only to continue to make new highs. So definitely a solid project. That was a good choice for you, bro. Looks good, man. Rosales in the house. What's going on? Emmy, if you guys are asking me questions, I'm moving down the chat, so I'm a little bit behind. So Emmy, let's check out our up dog on Solana. Let's pull it up, bro. I think you asked me this a little while ago, or someone did. So is it $ up dog? Oops. There it is right there. Is this your project, bro? Emmy, what you got going on, bro? This is your project? I don't know if I can support this project, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no volume whatsoever. This looks like risky. This is risky, bro. Very risky. I don't know, man. I don't know. A little risky here, dude. I don't know, bro. My bad. This looks a little too risky. Hernandez said meme. We haven't talked about meme coin in a while. Is this on? It's on Ethereum, correct? Oh, it's on Crow. My bad. He said Crow. I see now. I'm still thinking if Emmy was out here to get us, guys. I don't know about that one. A little risky right there, bro. Not this one. I was talking about the other one. So meme on Cronos. Let's see here. This one looks a lot better. So and I mean the last project. Don't get me wrong. It looked like the liquidity was locked in, but just something about that project looked real sketch. I'm sorry. So let's see here. So for this project, we pulled it up. I'm surprised I don't have a fib retracement for this one. Not that it really matters. DeFi does whatever the hell it wants, right? Does not respect any lines. So, I mean, for this project, even though the volume has been barely anything, I will say, even our project on NoFud, the volume has dropped down somewhat. I don't know if DeFi maybe is going through kind of a, I don't know if DeFi is kind of going through a little bit of a, not so much volume going into the project right now. Because this project as well has very low. I know Cronos particularly, the volume has been to the floor, right? Like they're having days where it's like $2 million and all the volume in Cronos. Like that's insane. And majority of it is just swapping Crow and VVS. That's 90% of it. And then the other 10% of it is call. And all the other projects aren't getting any volume whatsoever. So for this project, honestly, bro, like I said, it doesn't look bad. Volume's nothing for right now. The liquidity doesn't look terrible. It's locked in. The market cap's very low. They've been out, obviously, for about 2 months, so they're kind of past that rug pull stage. Like I said, doesn't look bad. Any kind of TA on this, I think, would not matter for this project. All I can say is if you're bullish on this project for whatever reason, long term, right now, I mean, you're getting like I said, the market cap's at $60,000, bro. I mean, if you're long term, I would just be dollar cost averaging in on the project. I wouldn't be going crazy buying in, enormous swaths of the project, right? But at the same time, I would just maybe grab some, maybe weekly for right now, because I do anticipate that when we move down into the end of the year, maybe the beginning of 2025. We are eventually going to get into DeFi season, guys. And this is basically, to sum it up, DeFi seasons where majority of these DeFi ecosystems, like Cronos, is going to get flooded with volume, right? And a lot of these projects, if they can survive, they're going to freaking run rampant, right? They're going to run rampant. They're going to freaking see gains that you've never even seen in your life. Mark my words. So if this is a project that you think is going to be potentially one of those projects, right now, wouldn't be a bad time to just slowly but surely dollar cost average in. That's my opinion, right? I do think that Call is going to be one of those projects that are going to reap the benefits of DeFi season. I really do. Corgi AI, and maybe like Mary on Cronos. BP's in the house. What's going on? Rosala said today is Big Trump conference at what time? 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brian said, can you check out High with Luffy? Yeah, let's pull that up. Is that literally the project's name? High with Luffy? Like, what the hell? Yeah, that's literally the project. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been out for about 6 days. So, fairly new project. The liquidity, not terrible, right? It's fully locked in, 23K. Market cap really low. Looks like it had that Solana kind of rip and then the Solana dip, right? And now it's kind of naturally moving. So, I mean, doesn't look terrible. It looks like it's starting to, obviously retrace from that bottom. We'll mark the bottom here. Technically would be down here, but we're going to acknowledge that the bottom was pretty much right there. So, with that being said, you guys can see it looks like for now it has found some kind of a bottom, and it is starting, or has already begun its upward move. Now, how high is this thing going to move? Who knows, right? Who knows? It's still running off that kind of beginner hopium, right? First week, you're still seeing a lot of, you're still probably seeing a little bit more liquidity coming in. I usually say with these projects, give it a month or two and let's see what's going on, right? Give it a month or two. Let's see what's going on with these projects. Are they going to survive? A lot of Solana projects, after about a month or two, they fade off and it just goes into the abyss, right? That's why, like with NFK, we have such a big, strong community behind it, because we're going on our 5th month, right? We have seen the ups, we've seen the downs, but our liquidity has stayed great. We're at like $32,000 liquidity. Our market cap is at around 100K, and we're slowly but surely moving back up, right? So for a project like this, like I said, it's still in that first week stage. Anything can happen, but for right now, it does look like it's trying to move towards the upside. So maybe this could be a quick play that you can, I don't know when you got in, but get that money. If you're up, don't get greedy, bro. That's all I'm going to say is don't get greedy. If you're up, and now if you know who the dev team is and this has a big community, that's a whole nother story, right? Then then with those, you're talking long term. But if you don't know anything about the project and you just, you stumbled across it, you threw some money in, you bought it down here and you're up like crazy, those are the projects that I usually don't devote too much time, too much, loyalty to, and I just kind of get the money, I'm up, I take the money and I keep it moving and find another project that's similar, so. BP, what's going on, bro? Rosales said Solana, he's saying that he predicts Solana is going to get to $1,000 this cycle. I don't know, bro. $1,000? That's a lot. Do we want to see Solana get to $1,000? Hell yes. Solana gets to $1,000 and NFK is going to $50 million market cap just off of that. Just off of Solana being worth so much. Because remember, our project is 100% liquidity and everything is all in Solana, right? So Solana, that's why we built it on Solana's ecosystem, because I knew Solana was going to be moving up long term, right? So I mean, we're going to benefit those gains on Solana. Solana getting to $1,000 though, realistically, I think down the road, if it continues to stay relevant and really like they get an ETF down the road, and stuff like that, I do think that Solana could get to those levels. But my prediction for Solana for this cycle is somewhere around $500 is what I think. I think Solana could probably get to about $500, which, think about this. If nothing happens, no one puts any more money into NFK, which we know that's not going to happen, right? We see the buys coming in, but just think about this. If Solana gets to $500, that's about a 2.5x, maybe a little less, but 2.5x. That means our price would 2.5x just off of just Solana moving. That's if no one threw not one more dollar in Solana for the next year. Think about that. Now also throw in the thousands of dollars that will be coming in and that do come in for NFK. We could easily 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x off of that move easily. So Gene said, do you think Pepe can delete 2 zeros in the next bull run, showing me the market cap? I think you've asked this before. And I'm pretty sure I said I don't think it's possible. And I'm going to tell you why. And you kind of already said the reason why. With Pepe's market cap already being over $5 billion, deleting 2 zeros, bro, would put Pepe at like 100, like 50 to $100 billion market cap. I don't think that's going to happen, dude. I really don't think that's going to happen. Now, I could be completely wrong. I do think that Pepe is going to be the top dog. I think Pepe, and I've been saying this for a while, I think Pepe is going to be the top dog as far as meme coins when everything's said and done, right? Dethroning Doge and taking out Solana as far as, top position for the meme coin per market cap. Getting to $150 to $100 million, $150 to $100 billion, it's possible. We saw Dogecoin top out at around 80 billion. We saw Shiba get to about 48 billion, right? So it's possible for sure. And now thinking about that, it easily could happen, right? It easily could happen. So we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, that's a very big move, though. That's a very, very big move. But with Pepe and with what I think it is very possible, honestly. I first, when you asked me, I was like, no. Now that I'm thinking about it with Doge and Shiba, what they did last run, it easily could happen, right? The only thing that I do say they have to understand is that when 2020, 2021, when we were in the bull run of 2021 for meme coins, there really wasn't much competition. Doge and Shiba were the top dogs. Yes, there was other meme coins, but they didn't compete with Doge or Shiba, right? This time around, you have a lot of other meme coins that are around this level right here, right? You have BONK, you have Pepe, Dog with Hat. You have, even Floki's up there. You still have Doge that's up there, and I'm sure Shiba is not far. I'm sure there's probably a couple other that I didn't mention or that we don't even know about yet that might emerge, right? That could get up there. And what's going to happen is like I said, I still do think that Pepe is going to come out at the top, right? Per market cap, but you have to understand that they're all going to be splitting up a certain amount of money that's going to be coming into meme coins. Last cycle, we did the math. It was about $180 billion worth of money that came in, liquidity into meme coins that was split up. But you had Doge and Shiba with majority of that, right? Dogecoin was at 80 billion. Shiba was at about 44. That's 125 billion, give or take, right there. So the rest of that money was split up between a lot of other meme coins. This time around, I do think there's going to be more money coming into the meme coin space, right? But now you have you had two top contenders that were $1 billion market cap meme coins. Now you're going to have probably 10, maybe 15 that are in the $1 billion of market caps that are all competing, that are all taking liquidity from each other. That's why I say, it's possible. But I think this time around, you're going to have a lot more competition, with meme coins particularly. So that could hinder some of these meme coins to get to like these super crazy market caps, So we'll see how it plays out. Someone said they're smelling 80K coming. Possibly, bro. Possibly. What I will say is that, and today, we have these lines, right? We have these lines already lined up kind of as far as resistance and support. But like I said, a couple words that could come out of Trump's mouth that could really just send us, it could just basically not even acknowledge any of these lines, right? And it could go the other way around too. That's why today we said this in the past week that today was going to be a very volatile day in regards to the price range, price action with Bitcoin particularly. You can see already today, we came in, we already topped out at 69.4. It looked like we were about to be running up to 70, and now we're at 68,008, right? So, I mean, not like it's a crazy big move or anything like that, but this is what we're probably going to see all day today is kind of an up and down kind of swing. Maybe when Trump gets on in about 2.5 hours from now, we might, that's probably when you're going to start seeing, a little bit more action, and like I said, it's just like a Jerome Powell day, like what it comes out of his mouth is really going to dictate most likely what the market's going to do today. So, but I think what we need to take back out of anything is look where we're at. Bitcoin's at 68,800. Look where we were just at. Freaking all the way down here at $53,000, guys. Oh, damn it. $53,000. So we have retraced a lot in the last week or two. We really have, and we are not far from all-time highs. We are literally, for Bitcoin, we're 7% away from all-time highs, guys. We're there. I saw, what was it, MM Crypto, the guy that's over in Dubai, funny guy. He had like a 5-minute video this morning, and he was showing he has an open position for like longs. He's got like millions of dollars. These are the guys that made hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin, like back in like 2000. And they were buying in, you know, Bitcoin was at like $1. So now they're loaded. They all live in Dubai. You know, that's where all the Bitcoin people run off to, is Dubai. But he was saying, he was like, listen, what it seems to be getting into is like we're about to be getting into that last leg for this bull run, where you're going to see Bitcoin just go parabolic, right? Go crazy. And then you're going to see a lot of money flowing into the alts. And then, like I said, altcoin season goes into effect. And then we have DeFi season, right? So I slightly agree with what he was saying as far as, you know, us having that last big run up. And it's not like it's going to happen in a week and then it's over with. No, you're talking about months, you know, of this happening. But Bitcoin really going into that last stretch of really getting to these all-time highs that we're going to see in the thick of this bull run that we've been saying we were going to see for this past year, you know. So Dementia Joe said, I'm ready for that last leg. Definitely, right? And that's another thing, too, that we've said on the channel, especially to all my members, is that we were going to, you know, we're going to really focus on, you know, keeping an eye out on when we top out in the market, you know, and a lot of exit plans, you know, for us, you know, really utilizing, maxing out us getting to that top, you know, and then repositioning ourselves so we can, you know, take advantage of when we do get back into a bear market. Now you have a lot of dry powder and you just set yourself up again, right? And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Bear markets, they suck because they're long, you know, they're usually pretty, it feels like so much longer than they are, but they're long, you know, and it's just drawn out and you're just like, when is it going to stop dropping? But if you have dry powder and you made money off the last cycle, you're just like, yes, I'm getting another chance, right? That's what it's like. That's what I was going through in the bear market, where I was just like, hell yes. I was, you know, started my show during the bear market, and a lot of people were like, just like, oh my God, my portfolio's in the red. And I was like, I felt bad, but I was like, bro, I didn't catch the exact top of 2021, but I got so freaking close, right? And then in the bear market, I was just shopping like crazy. Now, remember what I did tell my members was that I did buy in a little too early during the bear market, right? That I didn't maximize my positions, like were like catching that bottom area, right? But it ended up playing out really well. Obviously, that greed's always gonna set in. You're like, man, I wish I would have waited and I could have got to that freaking, you know, the absolute bottom. I could have doubled my position or whatever the case is. So that's the only thing that I look back on the bear market and I was like, you know, I could have timed it. I could have had a little bit more patience, right? What am I always preaching? Patience, right? Patience going up and patience going down. I always preach this, guys. So, and speaking of, tomorrow we will have our members only stream, and we're going to be covering a lot more into my exit plan, patience, you know, mapping out that exit at the top of the market. Also, I want to cover spots for some resistance, retracement areas, support levels, all that good stuff. Obviously, because we want to make you a better trader, right? And that's what our members only course is all about. So, but other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I will let you guys know. Make sure you guys are subscribed. So if we do go live in the next few hours, you guys will get the instant alert as far as for the Bitcoin conference for Trump. So, other than that, I thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful and fantastic Saturday. Be safe out there. Hit the subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that like on the way out. And I thank you guys so much. Be safe, all right, guys? I'll see you soon.